Hello, everyone. This is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services, and here we have a large demolition project. So this is the demo for project number 2. That is the middle, second largest. And so, of course, in our demolition, we're going to have all broken lines. Broken lines tell us these are things that are going to be demoed. And so, having done 3 of these, I pretty much know that the walls are coming down here, stairs are coming out, doors coming out, and then, it's just piece by piece. So, let's just put it together. Going to demo the walls. Now, again, with the demolition project, I typically don't include like the exterior walls that don't have any demo issues, right? But we know we're going to paint it because it's a renovation. So, you look at the finish schedule and you'll figure that every room is going to get painted. And so you have to put some kind of cost in there for prepping the walls, even though there's no demo thing associated with it. So I typically don't put the demo or the new work with the demolition. But for this GC, I did because they do everything. So it's really, just to make life easy, I guess. Because it really depends on the wording of, like, one says to demo the walls and prep or something, and prep prepare to, like, the door, remove the door and prep to receive a new door. Well, I demo is specifically just demo. The prep is supposed to be new work, but again, it really depends on how you want to do it and or how your client has asked for it. But what I did is just like, okay, all the demo work, right, based on all of whatever. And remember, when we have demo, there is no material cost in demo. There may be an equipment cost depending on what we're demoing, like we're removing the concrete. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm sorry, did I say? Yeah, equipment cost. There's going to be an equipment cost because, yeah, we need the breaker, to break the concrete, whatever. But there will be no demo, and unless, not in all cases, but like for the plumbing fixtures, we have to demo. You got to take the toilet out, but you got to cap the water sources, right? So in that case, there'll be a material cost for those. And see here how I even increased the hourly rate for the electrician, the mechanical, and all of that. Now that's another thing. When you have the specialty trades, and here, I mean, if you want to be really specific, is really you should. It says remove electrical. Okay, well, what's happening is the electrical is being relocated, and so if you wanted to, you could look at the electrical plan and get the CT box, the breakers, the meter, all of that. You can get that specifically because those are the things that are on the electrical set that you're removing, which is actually this. But because I've done this so long, I know how many. Typically it's 15, well, the cost book gives you 15 hours for a 42 position panel to install that and all the breakers and connect all of the incoming conduit, whatever wires coming. And so, for the sake of argument, I give the same amount for the demo. And so, when it comes to electrical, and even with the AC, you have to remove the semi-split system, so you can go to the cost book, figure out. And the thing to think about with demo is that when you demo something, you're not very careful with the demo. It's like you're kicking down the walls, you're knocking them down. So you really don't, you really not concerned about the condition of what you're demoing because you know you're going to put in a dumpster. Or some things you do care about the condition of the demo because you're going to keep it and you're going to resell it. Like maybe the AC units, you're not just going to destroy those. You're going to carefully demo those so you can resell them. Because again, in a demolition, the demolition contractor, unless otherwise noted, uh, keeps all of the demo items. So, I mean, that's another source of income too. If you're a demo contractor, is reselling and salvaging and uh, sending everything to recycling stuff and getting money for it. So, you know, but when it comes to the mechanical stuff, what I normally do is look in the cost book for a new. So it's this many hours to install a new AC system, rooftop unit, whatever. And then I just use that if it's not in the cost book specifically, because some things are not. Like, some things are just not in the cost book. And you don't want to guess. So, again, if it's not in my cost book in the demo section, I will look in the new section and divide that time by half because you typically don't, you're not very careful when you're demoing it as opposed to when you're installing it for the first time. And so, unless you're keeping it for salvage, then you're going to take a little time and be more careful. And so, it's stuff like this: the car lift, to demo the car lift. So, I mean, you got to look at a few things. I mean, that may be in the cost book, but that's kind of like a specialty item. So, you know, that those are things we call allowances. If we don't really know, it's like, okay, how long should it take you to do something like that? Especially and again, that's all based on experience of doing a zillion demo estimates. Because again, everything's not in the cost book. Everything's not a wall, or I mean, there's just some things that aren't black and white in the cost book, so you have to use your imagination or break it down in terms of man hours because you want to be, I mean, I do. That's probably why I've stayed in business so long. I want to be very accurate and based on something tangible that they can measure it on. Okay, so here we're just, the thing about demo you got to remember is, yeah, we're demoing everything, but then there is also prep for new finishes portion. Okay, so whether it's the walls, it's the existing walls, you want to measure those. And remember, we don't exclude any openings that are less than 16 feet across. So we wouldn't exclude very few openings. And when it comes to measurements, whether you're demoing or, because there's a portion of the wall above the door, so it's not like there's no wall there. And we don't need to be that anal when it comes to demo. But then all the plumbing, stairs, and we price stairs like we do framing. Because, yeah, in the cost book there is no demo stairs, I don't believe. Or it is the same man-hour unit as demoing wall framing. And so, and then if you have to move things, like I think it's a refrigerator, you got to move to a different location. Well, how long does it take you to move a heavy refrigerator? Give yourself 30 minutes, you know? So, depending on where you got to move it to. So, that's pretty much, we had stuff like remove all the doors, and then if it's a double door, we just put 2 dots. Or there is it's 2 dots for the double door. And then all of the plumbing fixtures and cap. And then, everything else all the way down. Let's see, we had to remove flooring in some areas and not in other areas. Okay, and then it has a upper platform. So we did all of that, and the lights just are off for all the demo. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay, so same stuff. And then what's important to me is when they say open up or make a hole in for a new, because we had to take out all of this brick wall for all of the new overhead doors. So when you are demoing a wall, exterior wall, yeah, you want to look at the exterior elevations because you can get good measurements from those, as opposed to, right, looking at, let's go to the, looking here, and where are the four places? Right here. So these are the four places for where we're demoing the exterior wall. But that just gives you a length. You want to be accurate, right? You want length and a height. So any exterior wall demo, any exterior wall, whatever, your sets of plans should have the exterior elevations. And then you just go one by one, do what you got to do. I think here we had to fill in the windows or something like that. And then we had to take out all of this brick wall for four new. Remember, this is a auto body repair shop, so they have like overhead where they're driving the cars in. So they have four new ones, five new ones, and these are the existing ones. And so we did those for. We had to repair dents, I guess. And see, that's another hard thing to. How do I? Well, I mean, where do I look in the cost book to repair dents to a door? Mm-hmm. Well, that would be more like some portion of metal roofs, right? Because they're metal overhead doors. So you look at that to install maybe a metal roof and use some portion of that man hour for repair. Well, we got to knock out the dents. I don't know. I mean, how do you repair? I don't know. So the stuff like that is a little like you got to equate your demo to something that is in the cost book that you can relate to. As far as that, and then I don't think we had. Do we have? No, we didn't have any roof components. And I think we had to. Yeah, we had to knock those out for new windows, and then take off the business sign and repair the wall from where we took down the sign. That's why that's so that area pretty much is a repair of that brick wall. That's in the cost book. Repairing, regrouting, whatever, brick wall. So pretty simple. But yeah, you always want to look at your exterior elevations if you have exterior demo, because you want to get those measurements correct. Base it on your scale, and you're right on, because you're just guessing. If you go from your floor plan, right? If you go from your floor plan, you know how many linear feet, but you don't know the height of this opening. But if you go to your exterior elevation, again, you will know. Okay, so this is a pretty good demo project. Building demo, right? Site demo and building demo is different. So yes, you're going to have two different estimates. One's for the site demo, demolition for all the work outside the building, and then the building demolition. That's why in a lot of cases we will have to have two saw cut concretes, maybe in the could either be in this plan, the new framing plan, and then for sure if we have it on the site plan, which we did in both of these cases, cutting concrete. But you don't want to put that on the same estimate, even though it's the same operation, right? You're still cutting concrete, but it's the building concrete. And when we do a budget, right, there's going to be a budget that's separate from the building, then from the site, then from the whatever. So you don't want to, that's not good. You want to keep everything separate and concise. The building That's why we have plans. That's why we have a C set, we have an S set, we have an A set, and we have the P's and the M's and the E's, right? We separate everything. And this is, of course, for estimators. So, in 2023, and I try to make it economical, but how much it could, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know what to charge, but if you're interested in your own personalized estimating, project management, safety program, $100 a month. We set up a program just for you, and then we work one on one. It's not this group setting stuff. Work on your stuff. So that's coming up for the new year. I'm just trying to do different stuff to be helpful, going more for teaching, becoming accredited, and less on anything else. I enjoy teaching. And I see you guys like learning too. And I'm telling you, you don't know how much you know until you got to teach somebody. So you either know you don't know nothing or you know a lot. And I sell myself short. So we're going to get you all educated. If this is something that you enjoy, you will get a lot of it because I have gone through so many sets of plans. I see them in my sleep. Right, so main thing, you just got to make sure, like remove existing mini split system, refer to mechanical. Well, we can get all these specifications for it, and then we can go to the cost book and say, okay, if this was new, how many man hours would it take to put it together? So we're going to use half of that to take it apart. Okay, so, and remember for the demo, this is our estimate for this one. Where'd it go? All right, so at the bottom, so this is all of the demo items called out, right? And remember, for demo, you don't have material costs unless it's something like you have to cap all of the plumbing fixtures, and that's a material cost to cap it. Okay, and then here it's the new work based on the demolition. So patch and repair the walls, exterior walls, repair the gutters, prep the ceiling, prep the floor, or whatever. And then two, remember we have items to go to the dump. And so rule of thumb, what we normally do is for every square foot of material, we add up all the square foot. So 1 cubic yard is what our waste material dump number. They use cubic yards. So we have to use cubic yards in determining the cost of the dump fees or salvage fees or whatever. So we have to determine, and here I always use recycle fees. Recycle fees are $120 basically for this part of the country, as opposed to $360 for dump fees. So it makes more sense to recycle than to just dump it, right? So this came out to 83 before overhead and profit, but rule of thumb, add up all of our square foot totals, divide by 75. That gives us our cubic yard totals. And this cost is per 7 cubic yards. Somehow, I don't know why. So then you take that number and divide it by 7. And then that's the number you use for your recycle fees or your dump fees. So on our equation, it ended up being 17,093 square feet. Look like we're missing an S. Divided by 75 gave us that, and then divided by another 7 gave us 33. And then we gave some man hours for the labor. So that's a demo. I love demo because it's a lot of money and you just ripping stuff out. So it's kind of cool. but professionally ripping stuff out. So if you have any questions related to this monster, please let us know at education at sfjohnsonconsulting.com. Let us know what you think about the presentation. We are now trying to figure out this OSHA certification because, yeah, if you're in the construction industry in any level, you should have OSHA 10 at least. And so, beginning in January, the third and fourth Saturdays of the month, 6 hours each one, OSHA 10 free for all subscribers. So, we'll give you an opportunity to sign up. It's a Saturday. Hopefully, we can keep that time. But yeah, it's going to be 12 hours because 10 is just your instruction, but the 10 doesn't include breakout sessions, questions, and tests. So we allow another 2 hours. So it's basically 12 hours to get, 6 hours. The third and fourth Saturdays of each month beginning in January. So there'll be a link at our website, sfjohnsonconsulting.com, for it'll say YouTube subscribers, sign up here for a free OSHA 10. You'll see that before the end of the year on our homepage, and then you just sign up there. Otherwise, have a excellent rest of the night. It is Thursday on Pacific time, so I am done, and I will see you with new stuff tomorrow. Remember, I'm trying to mix it up. Okay, we're gonna have the estimating stuff, safety stuff, project management stuff, and if you're going to get your license, and then certifications for people who are in business, certain certifications help you, and then special topics. So I will be mixing all of that up. These just happen to be 3 really good projects that I had to do, and so I wanted to review each 3, and we're not nowhere near finished, but hopefully you enjoy it, and I will see you guys on Friday, and you will be invited to sign on to, because I have a nonprofit and I play free stuff for my family, and on this Thanksgiving week we'll have a lot of free stuff too for you guys to tune in and join. So thanks a lot. Tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.